Hi guys, today I'm here with Zachary and I'm going to show you how I groom and fill in my brows. I did a Q&A post on my Instagram stories. Let me just fix this piece of hair. Yeah, I did a Q&A post on my Instagram stories asking what content you guys would like to see from me, and one of the things that came up was someone asking me to show how I do my eyebrows. So if you're interested in seeing this and seeing how Zach continues to distract me, and he's so cute, yeah, how he continues to distract me and insists that he must be inside here. You go in? Okay, go on. Yeah, please keep watching. Right, so first of all, I want to give a bit of a backstory on my eyebrows. I have naturally full brows, and up until I was about, let's say, 19, up until I was about 19, I used to have someone doing my brows for me, but after a while I forced myself to learn how to do it because I wasn't fully satisfied with how the person was doing my eyebrows, because I felt like they did them too thin, and because my eyes are big, I felt like I looked surprised all the time, so that wasn't a good look for me. So I learned how to do my own brows over a period of time. I don't wax my brows myself. What I do use is that I either use a shaver, so whatever eyebrow shaver, so I use a shaver, or depending on what my pain threshold is like that time of the day or that day, I will pluck out the loose hairs. So I am a firm believer that eyebrows are sisters, not twins. Like, I have stopped trying to get both eyebrows to look exactly alike, so I usually tend to just try to make sure that either eyebrow is looking as best as it possibly can. Zachary, do not go there. You will throw down the camera. Yes, you will throw down the camera. Right, so I am just going to go through with you step by step. I don't want this video to be very long, but I will show you how I do one eyebrow, sort of a more natural look that I would do for every day, and I will do the other one in a way that I would do it if I am going out or if I'm doing like a full face glam, right? So that's just a little backstory about me and my brows. So let's just get into it so I can stop talking. Oh, hello there. I kind of zoomed the camera in a little bit more so I can go through the process with you of how I shape my brows. So I'm gonna zoom in a little more so we can get up close and personal. So if the camera will focus, you will see that I have a few oh my god, camera focus. You're gonna focus? Anyway, but you would have seen like I have some hairs growing out here, and on the other side hair. So what I normally would do when like today, I don't feel like plucking the hairs out. So what I would normally do is take my shaver, and I really like this particular shaver. I got this at Pennywise a while back, a pack. It had like 5 in it. So I would take my mirror and take my shaver and just take the shaver and just sort of cut off the excess hairs there that are growing out, so I have like a cleaner base to work with. And I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. I kind of pull my hair back. Yes, I'm gonna do the same thing here on this side. So yeah, this is my right brow, right? And I don't normally touch the top of my brows all the time, but what I will do is use like this mascara wand, like this spoolie brush thing, and I would brush it upwards to kind of see how long the hairs of my brows are, like that, and do that on the other side. Right, then I would take this small cuticle scissors, whatever could get this from whatever nail kit you use, but I bought this separately. And then I would just, let me get as close as I can so you guys can see what I'm doing. So I would just trim this way to kind of get the hairs as even as I can, like that. Yeah, and that's the most cutting I do. I like I said, I do like my brows full, so I kind of go for a fuller look with my brows, so I don't do too much to them. I try not to over pluck and over tweeze and over cut and so on. So yeah, that's all I do in terms of grooming them, on most cases. So then, oh my gosh, this hair. Right, so I use the spoolie brush to brush away the excess hair that would have fallen off from when I cut it, right? And I sort of brush it up. Right, now I'm going to talk about this product that I've been using since like 2017. This product was kind of a game changer for me when I started using it. I used to use a dark brown pencil before, and you can still use whatever pencil it is that you use, but I found like since I've been using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in Ebony, yeah, it has given me some amazing results. So I'm just gonna show you what I use, how I use it, and show you like how I as you can see, this eyebrow is a little bit more arched than this one, and I actually prefer this eyebrow than this one. I ain't gonna talk loud so she ain't gonna hear, so she ain't gonna cooperate. But yeah, actually, you know, yeah, so I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade, and I use an angled brow brush. Y'all know I can't talk sometimes. But yeah, I use an angled brow brush. This is a clean brush with no product on it, so I'm going to show you how I use this product. So I'm going to dip my brush into my pomade, and I'm going to just get it on the sides. Then I usually wipe, as you can see here, I wipe the excess off onto the cover here, and I'm going to use this side here as my more natural looking side and show you like what I would do for a more everyday look. So how I normally fill in my brows, I follow the natural. I don't I try not to like overdraw my brows. Like I try to follow, oh my god, this hair. Right, I try to follow the natural line of my brows, right, the natural arch of my brows rather. So right, if the camera will permit, so I go like this, and the key to doing this for me for a more natural look is kind of bringing my brush, holding my brush down to the end and using a very light hand, because if you press on to the brush too hard, it kind of leaves a heavier line and it gives your brows a natural heavy look. So very light strokes to follow the line here, and then I just fill in wherever there are spaces. Yeah, so and then I'm gonna go on top here and very light strokes. I didn't put a lot of product on my brush, and yeah, so this is literally the first brow for me so far. When I get to the front of the brows, I used to do that at some point, and I'll go into that, but like I don't like do the rectangle thing at the front here because that makes it look really harsh and really unnatural. So I sort of follow down to the front of my brow like this and just use whatever left I have on the brush in kind of like an upwards motion. And yeah, so this brow is like my natural brow, and to have it looking even more, I would to say natural, I guess, To have it looking even more natural, I take this spoolie brush and I blend. That's the whole thing with makeup on a whole. You start with a little bit, you add, you blend, and if you need to add more, you add more, right? Yeah, so this is the first brow, and I'm brushing upwards. So like the hairs, oh my god, why is this camera not focusing? Camera, why do you hate me? But yeah, so the hairs, anyway, oh, it focused for a little bit. Right, so you can see like the hairs are there, so it looks like I have fuller brows than I actually do, right? Sometimes I would use like some brow gel. If you don't have brow gel, you can use like a clear mascara as well to set the brows. So again, brush it upwards, and yeah, that's literally all I do on both brows, to just kind of make them look like if fuller brows. So that's the natural brow. I don't use concealer on those days unless like I'm wearing a full face of makeup. If I do use concealer, I try to use a concealer, or I sometimes use my foundation and a concealer brush or my foundation sponge or whatever, and I just sort of like follow along the natural arch on top with the same color that of my skin, to just kind of blend everything in together. So this is my natural looking brow. Yeah, well, really simple. Yeah. Alright, so now let's do the more dramatic brow. So again, I'm going to take my brush, and again, I'm just going to use the excess that was on, like one of this lasts me, oh gosh, this is too much, got excited. But yeah, one of this usually lasts me quite some time because the product is so potent. I don't need to use a lot of product, and I have a feeling like I put too much on the brush right now, but we'll see. So again, I'm going to follow the natural arch of this brow, and with a very light hand. So following the arch like so. Alright, so this brow is going to be a little bit more sculpted because I am going for a more exaggerated glam look. So as you can see, I followed the line, or followed the arch of my natural brow, and that's what we're looking at here. Then I'm gonna go on top and do the same thing and connect it here at the bottom. So we have that there. Then with very light strokes, I'm going to fill in. You notice I haven't put any like additional product or anything on the brush. I'm going to fill in the tail end of it, and then work my way to the middle. Light strokes, light strokes. So I think what I've noticed is that by the time you get to the front of the brow, you've already used up the majority of the product, so there's no need to dip back into your product to get more. And I think this is why I prefer to use the pomade as opposed to a pencil, because since you're using a brush, it's easier to get like more hair-like strokes as opposed to the pencil, because sometimes the pencil, if you haven't sharpened it, it kind of gives you like a more drawn-on effect, and I don't really like that look from me, right? I used to do it before. I ain't gonna pretend for it. I used to do that before. It used to look horrible. But anyway, yeah, you live and you learn, right? So again, when I get to the front, upward strokes. I don't want to, again, we're not making it square to the front. We want this to look, even though it's like an exaggerated look, you still want it to look as natural as possible. It would be like, your brows really that full? Why you get your brows so full? Alright, so we continue. And oh yeah, what I really like about the dip brow pomade, is that when you sweat, it stays matte. Like I've noticed with like pencils and so on, and I usually have oily skin. I noticed with like the pencils and so on, and even some of the powders, when you sweat, you just get super shiny, and that's not cute to me. I hate my face looking like if I just dip my face in grease. But yeah, so right, so this is like this eyebrow. She's going to the supermarket, she's going to work, she you know, she is going to the market, she's going to the beach, because the brow pomade the pomade is waterproof. This eyebrow, honey, she is getting ready to step out after quarantine. This is your after quarantine eyebrow here. See her? Yeah, this is the after quarantine eyebrow here. Watch and see. Right, so this is all I'm gonna do to this brow product wise. So now I'm going to take the spoolie again and again just blend out to make sure there are no harsh lines. And this is the part that's going to elevate the eyebrow. Just watch and see. Right, so you're going to take a concealer brush, a clean concealer brush. Please, as much as possible, try and make sure that your makeup brushes and so on are clean. And I'm going to take my concealer and I'll show you all two different tricks, right? So for a more natural brow, I will probably show it on this one. So if you want like a more natural look, you would use a concealer that is the same color as your skin, and you can just conceal at the bottom to kind of make your eyebrows stand out a bit more, or you can do the top and the bottom. Like I told you, I don't usually, I'm lazy, so I don't usually like do top and bottom on a daily basis. But let me show y'all, since I'm doing this brow, I'll do this one first, right? So because I am going for a more exaggerated brow, I'm going to use this concealer color that is 2 shades lighter than my skin tone, and I am assuming that I would say that it is closer to my undertones in my skin. So this is like NC45 from MAC, this particular concealer color. So I'm just going to take a little bit, right, the tip of the concealer brush, right, and then I am going to now the thing with the MAC concealers is that they're very pigmented, and I'm stopping right here. If I was doing a full face, I might bring it out to here, but I usually don't. So I'm gonna stop right here, and I will usually just drag it down to use it as a base for eyeshadow or whatever it is that I'm putting on my eyelid. And you see already how that is allowing my eyebrow to stand out. You see how that eyebrow is popping out. This is a post-quarantine eyebrow, right? So this is the eyebrow. I'm gonna use this brush to pat it into the skin. And then a next trick I normally use like one of my fingers, is usually when I don't have nails, but like I use my finger to sort of warm up the concealer so it blends a bit better over the eye, especially if I'm using a lighter color concealer. So you see it's starting to blend into the skin there. Right, so this is the lighter concealer trick. Now don't leave this like this, don't, please, and don't take a lighter color concealer and put it on the top here and just leave it that your brows floating. Don't do that unless you like that look, but please don't say I told y'all to do that, right? So now I'm gonna show you what happens when you use a concealer color that is, at least I hope this is still my color. This is NC50. This is my shade in MAC. So I'm going to flip the brush on the cleaner side here, and I'm going to conceal my more natural looking brow with this. I usually use my foundation to do this, so I'm gonna do the same thing if my hair cooperates. I'm gonna do the same thing I just did with this lighter color concealer and just follow natural. So you see it's sort of blending in with my skin already. And again, stop here. If you want to take it further, you can just take the excess and put it on top here, the top of your brow here, to define it a little bit more, and boom, we're done. Joking. Again, you see the floating brow thing, like your brow just, hey, look at me, I'm a 3D brow, right? We're not doing that, right? So again, take your finger or take whatever brush or sponge or whatever you're using and blend it out. Blending is key with your makeup. Once you can master blending your makeup, you'll be perfectly fine. And nothing in this makeup bowl that you won't be able to handle once you master blending. Right? So yeah, this still needs a little bit more blending. So in a case like this, I would use my beauty blender or my expert face brush and just, you know, kind of stipple it in. So like you're not seeing that demarcation from like my forehead and hair and my eyelid, but y'all get the gist. So yeah, this is how I fill in my brows, how I groom and fill in my brows. This is a more natural looking brow. This is what I would do if I want a more exaggerated standout brow. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you are taking good care. You're staying inside, because the sooner you stay inside, the sooner we can leave from being inside to go outside and doing stuff. Alright, please let me know in the comments below, or you can DM me on Instagram what video you would like to see next. I know some of you asked for a lash tutorial, and I have that coming up for you guys. Please take care of yourselves. I love you so much. Let me know what else you would like to see, please, because like I said before, I have the time. So take good care of yourselves, and I will see you in my next video.